Hey guys, what's going on? It's Giga here. I was actually just out on a walk with the doggo, and I had a very fun idea. So what I thought was, let's go through the top 11 players that at least I believe, and this is very subjective, so you guys might have a different idea here, but the top 11 players of each position for the entire year thus far. It's FUT's time, we're going back and we're looking at old cards, old promos, stuff like that. So what I thought would be fun is just, let's see what we think, at least per position. Like, I made it so that we couldn't put a left wing as the best striker. But I thought, let's go ahead and let's take a look and see what the best 11 in FIFA 22 is prior to FIFA 23 coming out. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm sure you guys have ideas of who are going to be here. I'm interested to know if you guys think that a lot of these people are similar to what you have in mind, or if you think they're different. A lot of this is based off of what I've played with or what I've played against, and for like context, I'm about a 1800, 1900, almost 2000 rank elite player sort of thing. I've gotten rank 1 in weekend league before. I usually stop at like 14 now just because it's not worth it. Also because it's hard now. I've only played new gen, so I've never tried the old gen system. I hear people say it's easier. I have no idea. To me, it doesn't really matter. What matters is if the game's fun, and so I hope this will be fun to do, and I hope you guys enjoy this. But without further ado, why don't we go ahead and let's start off with goalkeepers. I know everyone's probably had a goalkeeper that they've liked for a very long time, and so they've kept them in their team for a long time. The goalkeeper that I'll use as an honorable mention right now, actually I think I've got him, is this David De Gea Moments SBC. He seems to just do much better with reactions. His positioning seems much better. I've had fewer instances with him where he like just misses when he goes for a save, or like, you know what I'm talking about, like the ball goes one way and they don't quite go that way, or it's off by a little bit. I just feel like he's fairly consistent for my gameplay. But another person that is very similar to that, and probably just an echelon higher, this is like the S tier rank. I'm sure everyone's played against him at some point and said, why can I not score? And that's Moments Edwin van der Sar. This card is actually bonkers. It is so hard to get a shot past him, and he's insane. He's easily one of the best goalkeepers, if not the best goalkeeper in the game. Some of the other ones that I think are really good right now, and I'm sure you guys have played against them, are this Team of the Season Alisson, who seems to be like having cat-like reflexes. He's all over the place. He comes out of the goal super fast. He's one of the first goalies to have 91 speed or over 90 speed. And he's just great. Now, on the flip side, I've played with him in goal, and he seems like he's scared of the ball. So it just depends. And then the other one that I think has been really good is this Courtois. I think this Courtois is very solid. Team of the Season Courtois. Really big frame, really good at diving, gets to the ball, low in corners, high in corners. He's just good all around. So, yeah, those are the ones I think are good for goalkeepers. The next position I wanted to go to is left back. And again, I'm keeping these as like each position. So you might know of a center mid that plays well at left back, but I'm trying to do it just as left backs, left wings, then center backs, then right back, like that sort of idea. What I was thinking of doing was, for another video, I'd actually like to do what I would say is the best 11 just in general, regardless of assigned position and whatnot. So let me know if you guys want to see that later. I'm thinking about doing it, but if it's just going to be Bubkiss, then what's the point? But anyway, so left backs. One of the main left backs that I think we've all seen a certain amount right now is this Moments Roberto Carlos. He's very quick, very good passing. Obviously has the good free kicks that I personally like. I think it's like 99.99, 99.98. I actually don't have him, but every time I play against him, he's hard to get around. He's quick on the ball. He's good at going forward on that left side, so he's very versatile. You could also play him at center mid or CDM sort of thing. So that's my my honorable mention. The true like left backs that I think are the hardest to get around are this Team of the Season Marcelo, which The 5-star makes him much more attacking oriented. So at left mid in a 3-5-2, which I'm sure you guys have played against, we don't need to bring back the memories. He's very good. He's very good anywhere you play him. He's just solid. He's very, very solid. Another one that I personally really like that I actually have is this team of the season, Theo Hernandez. I think he's probably the most typical left back that you'll find, in the sense that he's very, very strong. He's very, very good defensively. He doesn't do a lot of this like missing tackles or like lunging into tackles when he's not supposed to. He's just a very good, solid left back. The only thing that is kind of sad about him is even when you get in front of goal with him on his left foot, he still will miss the ball or like miss the goal sometimes because of that 81 finishing. I know 81 finishing is pretty good, but you know, when you're at FUTties, that's below the curve for sure. So all in all, very good. The one left back that I actually think is the best in the game, and you could go team of the season or team of the year, we can just do team of the year, is this Joao Cancelo. He's fantastic. He's good everywhere, kind of like that Marcelo. He's solid. Just everything is good about him. He's got 5-star weak foot. He's great. He's great. You can play him like anywhere except for maybe striker, maybe winger. So anywhere in the middle of the field to defender, he's good. He's so solid. Actually, the next one I want to go to was right back. And so I think everyone's played against this card, Team of the Year Hakimi. He's good, don't get me wrong. He's an honorable mention for me. He's not quite at that S tier, but when Team of the Year came out, he was the top of the line. Truthfully, the ones that I think are the best in the game right now, if I can find... Oh, I guess he's a right wing back. It's Moments Cafu. And I know he has an SBC out. Oh, whoops. And I just find he's almost like... He's like Carlos on the other side. He's very responsive. He gets back even though he's got high attacking work rates. He's good. I've always just enjoyed playing with him ever since I got him in one of the like Moments packs or something like that, or player picks. He's just solid. Now, are there better ones? I don't think it's Van der Sar over there. But are there better ones? There are. And so the one that I would put after Cafu, or like close in second place, would be this Alberto card. You could basically play him at center back. I know most people do. He's super solid. He's similar to Theo on the left side. A little worse than Theo, but very, very good. And then the best one is easily this Shapeshifter hero, Moments Cordoba. He's just super, super solid. Every time I play against it, I can never get past him. He's so good. So if you guys don't have him yet, he's definitely worth the coins. He's like 200,000 coins or something. Now, I know it's July, so take it for what it's worth. But it's almost August, actually. It's almost August. Going on to center backs. I know I got to hurry up here. Going on to center backs. My honorable mentions, and you guys might actually disagree with this, is Moments Maldini. Whoops, I just screwed that up. But Moments Maldini is actually one of my honorable mentions. I don't think he's S tier. I think when the Moments cards came out, he was. But I think there's better center backs. And the reason is because of his physical. He's only got 87 strength. That's the biggest detriment to this card. His defending's essentially perfect. But otherwise, there's just sometimes where he gets knocked off the ball. And at least that's how it feels to me. So, good card still, don't get me wrong. Another honorable mentions, and I might be a little biased about this because I'm a Spurs fan, but is this SBC Romero card? I don't know if you guys have played against him. I don't know if you played with him. But I personally think this card is nuts. Like, I've never had a bad experience playing with this card. He's very, very good. He's solid. His tackles are strong. Like, if you guys did this card, you're probably thankful. Very good for the Prem links, obviously. But the two best, or I should say three best. I'm going to say two best, though, at least in my opinion, are this Marquinhos. And you could say, again, either the Team of the Year or the Team of the Season. They're about the same. But this Marquinhos Team of the Season, year, whatever, is super, super good. Just everything you want in a center back. He's better on the ball. His passing's good. He's super solid. He tracks runs. He's great. He's great. And then the other one, in case you guys haven't already decided, is this end of an era Chiellini. I think this Chiellini is probably one of, if not the best center back I've ever seen in a FIFA, bar like one of the Van Dijks that we've seen in the past. He's just great. Like, he wins every battle in the air. He's really not that bad on the ball. His passing's pretty good. He's quick, even though he's super tall. He's 6'2". He's not super tall, but he's tall for a center back. Or, I guess he's tall to be a center back. But he's just good. He's just, like, if you definitely needed to do this card, he's so good. So, I think this is, like, the best set, like, of defense you can have in the game right now. Personally. In terms of positions defensively. But let's get on to the midfield. I went ahead and I separated it into CDMs and then center mids and like box to boxes and cams. So for CDMs, one of the honorable mentions I had was this Moments Lam. I'm sure you guys have played against this card at some point. He's very, very good. He's got that Kante feeling, which I'm alluding to here. He's good. He's just very good. Solid CDM. He'll do the job. He'll do the trick. But the three best that I think I've seen this year so far, and I'm sure you guys have already thought about this, is this Vieira Moments card, SBC card. Super, super good. Just like, he's just everywhere. His legs stretch across the field. He's great. He's just fantastic. This Fernandinho card that came out as an SBC, end of an era, I think. Fernandinho, there we go. His card is very, very solid. I feel like he's got that, again, Kante Vieira feel to him. His passing's good, and he's good on the ball. So, and he's got the really good lengths, Brazil and then Manchester City. So he's super good. And then the other one that I think everyone just kind of agrees upon this year, this was once again his year as one of the top, is Angolo Kante. Obviously, he's got a bunch of different versions. You could use whatever version. I used Gold Kante, past team of the year. He was still usable. The Shapeshifters Kante I have played with in friendlies before, and he's probably just like one of the most broken cards in the game. Is he 5-star, 4-star? Yeah. So, is he super attacking oriented? No, but if he's in front of goal, he'll score. So, any Gold Kante will do. Or any Kante will do. And I would leave it kind of like this. These guys would be, like, if you saw these two in the CDM positions, you'd be like, oh, lordy. So go into box to box now. Our honorable mention here is Jorginho Team of the Year. And the reason I say that is because for a very long time in the year, this card was very applicable. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten another card this year. But very well-rounded 4-star, 4-star, especially at Team of the Year time. His passing was like top tier. Now his card is a little clunky because of the agility and balance. Defensively, it just lacks a little bit. So he's not quite up to standard anymore just because the card level is so high. But overall, this card was very, very solid. And of course, his links were good because of Chelsea. So that was my honorable mention. My personal favorites for box to box, though, and I used this card ever since I packed him in Team of the Year. Oh, not Donnie. Van de Beek. Is this Team of the Year? I mean, you could do Team of the Year, Team of the Season. It doesn't really matter. But are these all the same? No, this is different. So this was the Team of the Year. This De Bruyne 5-star weak foot. His passing's unparalleled. His passing's insane. He is a little clunkier on the ball. His defense, if you put a shadow on him, which is what I did, is good enough that he can play against other attackers and be super solid still. He wouldn't win everything, I will admit that, but going forward, the defense couldn't just let him do what he wanted to do. His long shots are nuts. I've scored so many. Does he have finesse shot trait? He's got so many traits, wow. He doesn't have finesse shot trait. He's got outside of the foot shot trait. It feels like he's got finesse shot trait, though, because his long shot finesse is like, you've got a pretty good chance to score when you use it, especially when you get a green time shot. So, for sure, De Bruyne's there. This is more of a defensively minded one, but this team of the season Bellingham is a newer card that's come out because the team of the season. But honestly, if you've played against him, you've seen how annoying it is to try and get past him. He seems to turn on a dime even when you've got him going the wrong way. He wins battles in the airs. In the air, 92 jumping. Is he like 6'1"? Yeah, 6'1". High work rates, 4-star, 4-star. Like basically what you would want out of a box-to-box player. So he's great. He's hard to play against. I've never used him, but he's hard to play against. Now the one card that I think is underrated and better than Team of the Year Jorginho is this SBC that came out recently, and that's this Trent. I'm trying to remember what card. I think it was a flashback. Yes, flashback with 5-star skills, high work rates. This card is amazing. He's super good on the ball. I think his agility and balance is wrong. Like he moves really well for me. His defense is solid. He won't win everything in the air and he won't shove off everybody on the ball, but his tackling's fantastic. He passes the ball out perfectly after he wins it. Like I truthfully, I think I would rather have this card in than Vieira. I just think he's that good, even at CDM sort of thing. But box to box, I would say Arnold and De Bruyne are up there as my top ones. To continue on with this, we're almost to the forwards. We got our last midfield player. We've got ourselves the cams. Honestly, this was the hardest one because I thought it was very straightforward. My honorable mention is actually the Shapeshifter Grealish. I think this card is actually very good. A lot of people downplay it. I think he's very good. He's got 5-star skill moves. Left foot, he's not the best finisher. He'll miss a lot. Ironically. But his passing and his ability to weave in and out of defense is very good. I need to start getting rid of players, so we'll do that. But honestly, other than him, I think at least per position, cam-wise, I would put Pedri, team of the season. He's very good. I guess he's technically a center mid, but so forget Pedri then. But then otherwise, it's very easily Pele. This card's just broken. Easily his year this year. So Pele would go there, and then the other one is Moments Maradona. And it's a little nostalgic, but his card is definitely very good. He's got that Pele feel to him. He's super quick on the ball. I mean, you can't really ask for more in a card. He's just great. The only thing that is a little bit of a letdown is that he has the 4-star weak foot that sometimes feels like 3-star from what I've seen. But otherwise, just great. Just a great card. So on to our left wings. Left wings and left mids. In terms of what we saw with left wings and left mids, I personally felt like this was not Neymar's year. I think that Neymar usually is one of the best cards in the game, but this year I did not believe that, or I didn't feel that way, especially playing against him. I didn't think that he was super, difficult to deal with. He felt a little clunky. This recent Luis Diaz card is very good. Super fast, super quick, really hard to defend when he's flying up the sideline or down the middle. Very solid. Another card that I think is super good is, where is he? Let's see if he comes up. Vinicius Jr. This card I think has been broken all year long. The team of the season was the top of it. Whenever you play against him, you have to worry about him. He's a force to be reckoned with. His finishing's great. His dribbling's basically unparalleled. He only has 2 stats that aren't 99. Like, just all around a solid card. Another very similar one to that is Moments Ronaldinho. That I think everybody, if you've played against him, you've noticed that he's got that, sticky feel to him. It's very hard to get him off the ball even when you tackle him or when you get the ball. Just a fun card to play with, a annoying card to play against. And I think that's what you want in a card. But overall... and then another honorable mention I had was this Insigne Premium SBC. I think that people like playing with him. He's not quite there. He's not quite that same level of the Ronaldinho or Luis Diaz was even, I think, a little bit better. But then the number, or Vinny Jr., he's not as good as Vinny Jr., but the number one that I think we all can just kind of agree, that we all can kind of agree upon is CR7 Shapeshifters. 99 rated. His stats are essentially perfect. He's 5-star, 4-star still. Like, 99 shooting is just nuts. He's just great. He's just fantastic. You're not going to find a much better card than him. And you can play him at winger. You can also play him at striker. But based off of what we're doing today, we've got him at winger. So I would say if you're playing against this Ronaldo, you're worried. He's also like, how expensive? I don't even know how expensive he is. I think he's like 11 mil or something like that. 7 mil, 11 mil, whatever. Oh, and then another card that I think is a little underrated. I hate playing against this card. Is Mane, is it Shapeshifter or is it Team of the Season? Where is it? This guy, Team of the Season, because he's got 5-star skill moves. And his strength is underrated. 84 is not right. He's got 95 for sure. This is also a very, very good card. Definitely worth the money. I know he's expensive, but every time I play against him, it just feels like no matter what I do, he still just gets the ball back. And then his finishing is very good, even though his stats are... I know 93 is very high, but again, for now, like against 99 shooting Ronaldo, that's not as good, but he feels like he's got 99 shooting. So again, another excellent one to play against, or play with. Don't want to play against him. But let's put this Ronaldo out here. Not that one. That's awkward. But yes, so that's left wings. Let's go to right wings and right mids, and then we'll finish off with strikers. Again, this is where it starts to get very iffy because we're talking about positions. We're not talking about like where you would actually play them in the game. We'll do that again soon. I think that'll be a good idea. But again, let me know if that's something that you guys actually would like to see in the comments. I would like to know if you guys actually want that. Otherwise, I don't need to do this sort of thing again. But there's a few of these right wingers that I honestly, a lot of them are very similar until we get to the top one, at least in my opinion, top two. So the first one that I wanted to bring up is this Garrincha Moments. Very, very good card. Very good winger, quick on the ball, 5-star skill moves. Only thing is he's super, super weak. He's very easy to knock off the ball. And then sometimes I feel like his shooting does actually show. He doesn't finish everything, even when the net's not glaring, but like when there's opportunities that I've seen him miss against me that he should be scoring. So probably a good cam more than anything, but at right wing, he's not quite there. He's not quite there. He's got 97 crossing though, which is really good. And then another one that people have been talking about a lot lately is this Special Royce card. I guess this is a Moments Royce. He's got 5-star skill moves again. FUT's card, I believe. Just a great card. Very, very good. Similar to actually Garrincha that we were just talking about. But instead he's got a little more strength and he's a little taller. I think he's just a little bit better. Cool card, great card. Good for Bundesliga links, so I'm all about it. But now for the three top ones. One that I think has come out recently that is very, very good, and I have a lot of time, or a lot of trouble playing against this a lot of the time, is this Shapeshifters Anderson. For some reason, this card finds every hole in my defense. Every single one. And even when I try to get at him, I'll tackle him, and then he tackles me right back. And his dribbling's insane. 99 agility, 99 balance. His finishing's excellent too. He's got 5-star skill moves. He's also got a left foot on the right side, which is really good. So he's just good. Like, I think he's really, really solid. Yeah, good card. The top two that I personally think are the toughest to play against and the most fun to play with. These are easily like some of my best favorite cards in the game. Is this Rodrigo Showdown card? Hold on. I think it's got a Y in it. Rodrigo. He is just unmatched when it comes to getting through the defense. His dribbling's very, very good. His shooting's also, like, it says 92. He's got 98 shooting. Like, he finishes everything except for maybe volleys. Even in the air, he's pretty good. I've scored a lot of headers with him before. He's just great. I love this card. I think it's fantastic. I don't think he doesn't have a lot of traits or anything, but he's just a good card. People do not like it when I have him on the wing trying to cut inside. He's really, really good. So Rodrigo is number 2 for me, and then number 1, and again I'm a little biased, but I also think this card is just on a whole other level, is this premium SBC Gareth Bale. And I'm sure you guys have seen him by now. His stats are nuts. Absolutely nuts. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 99s. And I couldn't even count how many 90s. Does he even have any 90 lowers? No, he's got no 80s. No 80s. And the only ones that aren't below 90 are defending. And then it's just penalties, actually. And stamina, I guess. But his shooting is just different. It's just like lasers. And I'm talking about like Kane, Lewandowski. Like he's even lasering it faster than they are. From outside of the box, inside of the box, if he's got it on his left foot going across goal, it's a goal. Like it's just a goal. His 5-star skill moves give him just that like extra edge for that extra inch of space for him to laser it. I've got this card. Don't understand why it's not coming up. But he's easily just my favorite player in the game right now. This is with games given away as well. So I don't know how many games I've given away, but it's probably something like 70 games, 60 games, 83 goals and 33 assists. So just this card is just bonkers. He's so good. So anyway, that's right wing, and then center forwards and strikers, just to finish everything off. I know this is becoming a rather lengthy video, but I had to for a second. This is probably where the most debate comes in, because there's a lot of options. And it also depends on how you play your strikers / center forwards. So there's a few honorable mentions, and for me personally, one that I think is super underrated is Team of the Year Lewandowski. I think he's by far one of the best target forwards in the game. Right now his stats aren't like great compared to other cards, but even still when I sub him on, if he's face back to the box, if I do flippy flappy, which is when you pretend to go one way but really quickly get that animation to go the other, and then cut across again, even on his left foot, he's basically got 5-star weak foot, even though it says he doesn't. His shooting at the time was unparalleled. I could probably load him up into the team here real quick. I think he's super underrated. Okay. I guess he must be like a center mid or something for me right now. But anyway, super, super good, super underrated. Good honorable mention. A very similar one is the team of the season, Benzema. I know you guys have probably played against him. He's very, very solid. He's got 5-star weak foot for this too. In the air, he's great. On the ground, he's still very good. He's impossible to get off the ball. His shooting is just great. The only thing that's a little bad about him is he sometimes gets stuck on the ball. And what I mean by that is even when he's dribbling really quickly at times, sometimes he gets like lost, at least to me when I'm defending him. He'll like move the ball one way and try and go the other way, but doesn't bring the ball with him. But otherwise, just fantastic. Just fantastic. And then the last honorable mention that I want to put up here is actually a new card this year, which is Moments Puskas with 5-star skills. This card is like Pele, Maradona, has that sort of feel to him. Shooting's great. Dribbling's obviously insane. Only reason he's an honorable mention is just because there's more broken cards at center forward or striker. 2 specifically that I'm thinking about. He's just nuts. He's just fantastic. So if you have him, I'm sure you enjoy playing with him. The last 3, so in third place for me personally, is, and ironically it's sort of similar to Kante, is any version of Mbappe. This was definitely Mbappe's year again. Team of the year, team of the season, Mbappe was broken for a super long time. Even now, he's still got that like special animation sort of thing where he's trying to break through your defense and he just kind of like runs into them and he'll still get through somehow. He's just one of those cards. Sorry, my mouth is getting dry. But he's just one of those cards. He's super, super good. He will probably be very similar next year. If you guys have played with him, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm sure you have by now in the game. If you haven't, he's a little behind the curve just because these other 2 cards are out now and you will despise playing against them. And I'm sure, as you guys know, one of them is going to be Ronaldo Nazario, R10, prime moments, 5-star, 5-star. No one likes playing against this card. If he has an inch of space in your box, he's scoring the goal. Even if you don't get him, you'll probably have to foul him and you'll get a penalty kick and still get scored on. His traits are great. This card is just so frustrating to play against. I'm sure if you played with him, you love how responsive he is, even with 86 balance. Some people say that he actually doesn't feel that great because of the 86 balance. You know, everyone's different. I'm just giving you guys my opinion. Every draft that I've played with this card, it's insane. Every time I see him in an opponent's team, I know that I have to be right on his back or else he's scoring. So, anyway. Number 2 right there. And then number 1, this is easily the best card, best attacker in the game, for my opinion, is Shapeshifters Messi. And I'll put Ronaldo up here too. But Shapeshifters Messi is just a different breed in this game. And what I mean by that is, even though, I mean, I guess you could say he's got 99 dribbling, and 99 passing is great too. But the shooting and dribbling combination on this card, along with the fact that you can just up his strength and that's all you really need to do, for some reason, this, well, not only does he score everything, right? He's got 5-star, 4-star with the 5-star skills. His high-low work rates also make him really good for finding holes in the defense. There is just something about this card that no matter when I go in for a tackle, his feet do this little, like, chippy, choppy, whatever. It just, like, it moves the ball around it, and then he's just off again. He gets a speed boost. And it does that all the time. He's so hard to defend. If he's anywhere near the goal, you're worried about him taking a shot and scoring. He's just, like, I mean, I already talked about how responsive he is, but he's just on a whole other level. Like, I gotta say, if someone came up against me and they had this Messi and this Ronaldo, along with this card and this card, the CR7 on the left and Bale on the right, I honestly would just feel like I just take the win. I'm gonna get wrecked. I'm actually going to get destroyed. So anyway, guys, I know this has been a very lengthy video. I am interested to hear what you guys have to say, especially if I mentioned some of the honorable mentions that you're like, no, that card's the best. Or if I forgot any cards, please let me know. But I feel like these ones are a lot of, if not the most meta cards in the game this year. So with that, I wish you all a great rest of your Tuesday, a great rest of your week. I'll be trying to get out another video. If you guys want to see what I think is just the best 11 or like best team that you can formulate chemistry wise and everything in the game right now, let me know. If you guys want to theory craft with me, please, I would love to see some teams in the comments and whatnot. But otherwise, like I said, take care, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And yeah, have a great time.